Now you've seen these signs and you know that your friend is going through the most. Why is it that men come to talk with their friends when it's in a crisis matter, other than having regular checkups?
I think for a guy...
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Giving Spring podcast. So today we're going to be talking a little bit more as well about, yet again, mental health and friendship and brotherhood specifically, and as well as just showing up. So we have a wonderful guest with us. I'm going to give some time for him to introduce himself.
Hello everybody, I'm Enrico doing,
Nice. And what are you doing? Are you studying?
I am working. I work as a coach for Future Stars Academy in Butch.
Nice.
Monday to Saturday, working everywhere in Butch. So, yeah.
No, great. You're more than welcome. Feel comfortable.
Thank you.
Also, you guys also feel comfortable, and this is
Don't
going to be a
forget
good
your Red
episode.
Bull.
Yes, and don't forget your Red Bull.
Okay, so before we dive into our mental health questions, what does friendship mean to you?
Friendship. To me, I would say friendship means being there for a person. Being there for the person that you care about. Standing up for them when they have their bad moments. Running for them when they have their good moments. Cheering them. Not being, in a sense, somebody that brings them down. You're there for them constantly. You have fun with them. And somebody that you can just be with. Not necessarily be comfortable, be anything, just be in general with. So, yeah.
All right. I really love that you said that. I think, just showing up and just being there is a big part of an actual friendship. Yeah. And what does it look like for you? What should I be to be your friend? What characteristics do you look for?
What I usually would say is weird, but in the sense that being unique, being yourself, somebody who is unapologetically themselves, who just radiates joy and happiness. I think that's what I usually look for in a friend, because I do not give that title to just anyone. You have to earn it, Shane.
You have to earn it.
Yeah,
okay,
you have to earn it, but also trust. Like, I am somebody who gives you 10% of my trust. In our first few interactions, I give you 10%, and then I see what you do with that. If you do better or you do good with it, I give you more, and until it's basically 100%. So, yeah.
No, that's nice.
Awesome. Well, for me, I want to say I disagree. But then again, I'm not really the best at making friends. I feel like I'm more like, I'm busy. I'm always like part of a group. Or like I befriend an extrovert, and the extrovert's friends suddenly become my friends. But either way, what do you think helps you go from being a friend, like where, a lot of guys, when they are friends, they always just jump into making jokes and making fun of each other and having a good time. How do you go from that to then having real, honest, open conversations?
I think that has to come naturally. It's not something that you can plan for. It comes naturally. It's, how can I put it? You're with your friends and you're joking, you're having fun, and you notice that, okay, your friend isn't feeling so good, like he's a bit down or something like that, and you ask him, and instead of it being like, no, I don't want to talk about it, no, let's just leave it, let's just continue having fun, the person feels comfortable enough to be like, yeah, no, 1, 2, 3 is happening, and it flows into that very easily. It's not something where it's like, you have to force the person to open up. It just happens. The person feels so comfortable and trusts you so much that it just naturally happens. So, yeah.
And I'm assuming it would be very much similar to the similar routes to becoming somewhat of a brotherhood.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely. I feel like it is shown that guys do become friends very quickly. It can be the most simplest things. Like, for a dumb example is, there's a guy I know in the mall who works at like MTN. I have no clue what's his name, but every single time I meet him, we're greeting, we're talking about how's his life, how's things like that, and I do consider him somewhat of a friend.
No.
But it's like, I have no clue what this guy's name is.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the thing that makes it solid is that naturalness that I just spoke about, like how it just flows for a guy. And the thing that solidifies it is constantly not giving that person something to worry about, taking away from their peace. Like every single time you talk to them, they are joyous and happy. So yeah.
Wow. I like that.
I don't know, it's the same for girls. I mean, I don't know anyone at an MTN store.
No.
Or any like other store like Discount or Clicks. I wish I had a friend with Discount and Clicks just like can get more discounts.
No.
Yeah, and like the
For
makeup
discounts.
and everything.
True. Because like, I'm trying to think like for a girl like a lot has to go into it.
Really?
But it depends as well with the girl, I assume. You know, because another one you could meet them once or twice and then you guys are like best friends. But then maintenance of a friendship is very important. Like we prefer consistency and lots of effort.
Yeah, and then also
much more low maintenance.
You guys do have low maintenance.
And I think guys don't really have to worry about like if anyone is being fake, or like I feel like it's more of a girl thing than is of a guy thing. I don't know. Do guys have to worry about like
I think fake? And this is gonna sound a bit weird. I think because for guys we don't put that much thought into most things, including also friendships. We're not overthinking specifically the friendship, and with that it kind of makes it easier, if I could say that. Like a guy's not how can I put it, a guy's not meeting somebody and like he gels with this person and like, okay, this person might do something horrible to me. You're not thinking that, so it makes it easier to just flow with it. And obviously there is still that risk there, but we're not thinking about that, you know. That's kind of where girls are a bit, I would say, smarter in that regard, because you guys you survey that person, you make sure like, okay, you have to be this and this to be my friend. So yeah.
Okay, fair enough. That is true. That is very true. Okay, so if your closest male friend was silently struggling with depression, what signs do you think that you noticed first?
I think in a group setting, let's say if it's somebody that we usually go out with in a group setting, them being more reserved, a bit more quieter, and like not necessarily being themselves. It's like, but it can also be both sides of the coin. It can be the person being more reserved and more quiet, or it can also be the person being all of a sudden very explosive and speaking loudly, acting erratic and those type of things. It can be both, but usually what it is for a guy is the erratic nature, that popping off, oh, I want to go out, I want to drink, oh my gosh, look at that. So yeah, that's like a dead giveaway, usually.
That's like all of you guys all the time. All you depressed?
You have to look at it. Like there's specific things that you can be like, okay, wait,
this is out of character.
I know you're crazy, but like this is like
okay,
next
that's
level.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's interesting. No, like that's interesting because like I like how you're saying, Muti, you know, you will tell because I'm your friend. So maybe if you guys weren't friends, you know, he wouldn't be able to tell, but I would tell. It's like, she's doing extra today. Like, is she trying to impress? Is she trying to, like, what's going on? And then those are signs. I like those signs. And so now you've seen these signs and you know that your friend is going through the most. Why is it that men come to talk with their friends when it's in a crisis matter, other than having regular checkups?
I think for a guy, it's like, and I don't fully agree with this, but I also don't disagree with this mindset, but being raised to like handle your business, handle your things, like you're a man, be strong. On the one hand, it builds character, it makes you be able to handle things under pressure. But on the other side, it also makes it difficult for you to like reach out for help, like when you're actually going through something, because it's like, no, one, you don't want to bother your friends with this, and two, you think you can handle it. So yeah, it takes a while to get to that point.
So regular checkups is not something that you do with your friends?
Me personally, I have been trying to do that more.
Let's not lie.
I've been trying, like I said, trying to do it more. It is something that I struggle with because I did grow up mostly with girls. Majority of my family is like girls everywhere. So when I started getting male friends, it was like, okay, this is a bit different. We can go months without speaking. When we do speak, all of a sudden we're still very close.
Yeah.
But I've tried doing that more often, checking up on my male friends, like, how are you? Genuinely asking. And to show that this is like a thing for most guys, they also like they give free this is weird, but like if they're your real friend, if you somebody you actually consider a friend, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, no, this person's actually
Just checking up.
he is actually checking out. And the more you do it, the more the walls fall and they're more comfortable being like, no, I'm actually doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So yeah.
No, I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if female friends do the same. Do we?
We do. We have, okay, I don't know, but like, I know for my sisters and I, we have regular checkups. Every week, there's a phone call, and it's a catch up week. Like, what did you do? Who were you with? Did you eat? Did you not? Why are you not eating? Like, you know.
Okay, but
all
those
of
are
the above.
sisters. Like, those are your sisters. Those are closer than, like,
So,
friends.
when I refer to my sisters, it's actually like a group of.
Oh, okay, so it's like
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just your
Yes,
biological sisters.
not just my
Okay.
biological sisters, but like as well my friends. So I think there's like, what, 5 of us?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I like a small little circle. It's
Yes, and when I have them, I come what may. I'm good.
Okay, but I know, like, also when it comes to female friends, a lot of us sometimes, you know, it's easy to, like you were saying, detect the changes that happen in, like, your friends. But with guys, does it also happen when, even though they are surrounded by a lot of friends, is it possible that they still do feel lonely?
Yes, I do think so. I think, like I said, guys feel like they should handle it themselves. With that also comes a sense of isolation. You don't want to be burdening people with your things. But with that also comes, you're talking basically just to yourself. You're alone when you're sad. You're down. You're by yourself.
Do guys self-talk? Like, sorry, like, you just mentioned
Personally,
that. And I was like,
I don't trust anyone who does not self-talk. Like,
Okay.
yeah, but like, I think most people do, and you have those moments, even if it's just you're just sitting in your room and you're just quiet. Sometimes you're just there, and it's like lonely. It can be lonely, but that's why when you have a solid friend, you can reach out to them. It has to be that thing where it's like easy for you. So yeah.
Here's a question I have for all of us.
Yeah.
What's the difference between like being surrounded by people and actually being known and seen?
Oof.
What does that look like for you?
I think for me, that looks like, I think there's also a bit of a simple example, but when you're in a group, and let's say it's not necessarily just friends, but it's like an event, and you're standing there and you're talking to people, you're interacting, and someone looks at you, like they give you that specific look, like, okay, and you keep going on, like, but they keep on like pinging back to you. It's like they notice something's not right here, and the only way they could have like the ability to see that is knowing you. They know this is like my friend, and it's like they ping that every single time, and I think that's what it looks like for me. Somebody just catching it immediately when you're a bit shaky. So yeah.
Okay.
Yo, I don't know. I think when you're surrounded by people, it's kind of like, it's very hard to, like you say, like pinpoint, you know, because like you can't be talking to everyone in like a group setting. But then it is times when I think because for me, I feel like I don't have like a loud voice. Okay, sometimes I do if I'm angry. But I just mean like, if I'm in a group setting and it's like a lot of people are just talking, I'm not gonna talk. I'm more of a listener than I am of a talker. So if like I'm surrounded by a lot of people and I think someone's like noticing, or I would like notice someone else there's always sometimes in a group, there's always someone that's trying to say something, but they're not as loud enough like me.
Yeah.
So then I'd like see that, and then I'd like make it a point to like have that person actually say what they want to say. Because sometimes when you're surrounded by people, there's so many people talking over you, like Rico, for an example, in our friendship, in our friend group. So many people are talking and arguing, and then it's difficult to like actually really hear. So if someone has to do that also to me, where it's like I'm trying to explain something, but everyone is talking, and then they like see I'm trying to explain, like, oh, Siobhan, what do you think? You know, like that type of thing. Then that's how I feel like I'm being seen, I'm feeling known.
No. Oh, I like that.
What about you?
For me, I would say the person that has made me feel like I'm known would be my best friend. Like, it's in the small nitty-gritty things, like should just show up and just, want to do the small mundane things with me. Like, unfortunately, I have a very busy schedule, but in those things where it's just like, oh, I need to go do shopping, or I need to, she'd be like, can I come with? Can I come with? And I'm just like, oh, at least I'm not bored in the car ride. I'm not bored in doing this. And that's how, like, I think we also maintain our friendship is through those small things where in a busy time, I'm still, like, she's still there to taking time to come and be with me in my busy schedule. So, yeah.
That's so sweet.
It is.
Okay, so what role does pride play in stopping men from asking their friends for help?
Oof,
We know ego
probably,
is a big
yeah.
thing for men, but
Yeah, I think it plays into that thing of you're showing weakness. Like, especially in South Africa, we've been raised that showing any sign of, as a man, showing any sign of weakness, emotions, that type of thing, that is weakness. You're not a man. So that is pride. It builds that pride. Like, imagine me as a man going to ask somebody for help. Imagine me as a man going to therapy. Like, I'd never do that. So it plays a massive role. And for a lot of guys who have, let's say, lived their whole life, let's say up until 25 or something like that, where this is the only way, it's very difficult for them to break away from those shackles. So, yeah.
Oh. Ooh. Yeah, no? That's crazy. Like
didn't think of that.
Yeah, like the type of habits that we build ourselves, and then eventually when you're just like, I need help, and you're just like, I know I need help, but it's not that I don't want to get help. It's just I don't know how to get help.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I think, okay, I have a sub question with this one where, like, men always think of, like, the ego and, like, you have to protect the image and whatever. But with that comes, like, that leads up to bottling up their emotions. And when people bottle up, I don't know, but from what I've experienced, not just, like, not in my own life, really, but, like, also just, like, it's portrayed in movies and, like, portrayed everywhere where it's, like, men that build up always tend to have an aggressive outburst. Is that always the case?
I would say it's most of the time the case. I think there's going to be like an outburst of some sort eventually, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be like an aggressive one. The person could just end up drinking. They could like fall into drinking. They could fall into happiness. It's not really happiness. They find little things like drugs or like women or whatever to like make themselves happy. They're not actually happy. But it's gotten to such a point that they need some way to just let that out. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's interesting. Now, I'd like to hear your experience of maybe the last time that you had a deep conversation with your friend. Like, when was the last time you had a deep conversation with them? Deeper than money, deeper than, today's many things. Sports, yeah.
World Cup.
Yeah.
I would say for me, it was actually my best friend. His name is Reggie. I wouldn't say this is the most recent one, but this is the one that immediately pinged in my head, where there was a time where we both went to CTU, which is like a college. We went to there together. And when we left, I went to Paka, he went back home in Polokwane. And it was a thing of, he felt that everybody in Potch just abandoned him.
No.
And he didn't know how to express that. So he was like constantly saying certain things when we would like be on calls or something. He would be saying certain things, aggressive things, yelling out. And I'm like, why are you saying this? And like, it took me a while to realize, because I also felt like, oh, you're attacking me. I must respond with attacking. So it took me a while to like take a step back, like, whoa, okay, no, something's wrong here. And me responding the way I am is not going to help this. So I literally had to go to his place. Then we went to go and have like a coffee. We hadn't really said a word up until this point. I just came to fetch him and like, okay, let's go get a coffee. We're drinking coffee. We're not on our phones. We're just like just sitting there. He's angry. I'm angry. We went for a walk. We're still angry. And then I got annoyed by that. And I just looked at him. I was like, what the heck is your problem? And it sounds aggressive how I'm putting it, but me and him have that understanding where it's like, he knew exactly I'm not trying to attack it.
Yes, you're trying to figure out what's happening.
And from that, he broke down and he was like, no, I've been feeling like you guys abandoned me, you guys don't care, and all that. So I'm like, no, that's not the case. We're just working. You know that. And it took him a while to also grasp that, no, he's right. People have responsibilities and all those things. But I won't lie, that was close to us not being friends anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, we figured it out.
That's crazy. I think we really do underestimate how such conversations affect another person. Like, it could have gone either or. It could have been really good where you guys reconnected and realized, oh, maybe I do need to put more effort into our friendship. Or a thing of, vele vele, you wasted my time, you know. But when you have heart-to-hearts, they really change another person's perspective and put you guys into one understanding again. So those moments are special.
I feel like it comes back to where people feel burdened by coming forth and being and opening up. Because, like you're saying with your friend, it's like now, I think he was holding on so much, and even though it wasn't like necessarily like both of you were in the right, but then it comes to a point where it's like, I feel like a lot of people always feel other people's lives are busy. You know, so it's like I can't approach you because you have your own problems. You have to worry about your family, you have to worry about, you know, your friends, you have to like worry about your job, all of this. And maybe they feel like your worries are more than theirs. So you feel like you're more burdened than they are. So how do we then create a space where, you know, despite people having busy lives, I have to put it in quotations because I feel like we're not that busy though. Like I hate it when people be like, oh no, I'm busy. What do you mean you're busy? There are 24 hours in a day, 8 hours we use for sleeping. Sometimes majority of us use like 6 or 4 hours of sleeping. But then it's like there are times when you're either on your phone or doing something or even just taking a 10-minute break. And I feel like you can make time for people. Like you can make time for your friends, you can make time to check up on them, you can make time, you can take 5 minutes, 10 minutes of your day. But how do you create that space to help your friends know that they are not burdening you with their problems?
I think for me, it does start by me. Like, I have to take that next step. Like, even though I know I'm busy, they're busy, I have to get over that wall, basically, those feelings that they're my friend. I can come to them with this pain and that pain. But at the same time, it's also on their side, they also kind of have to understand that this person isn't always going to be able to speak to me. And there has to be like a balance where you both meet in the middle, where it's like, when we talk, we give our all. Like, we don't just waste that time just like, hey, how are you? Yeah, I'm fine, sharp. No. When you speak to that person, you give your all. You experience the whole moment. Like, I think that's a great way of putting it, that you make that person feel like, yeah, even if it's like far between when we meet each other, every single time we meet each other, it's amazing. You build that layer where it's like, when it happens, my attention is here. Doesn't matter what's happening in my life. This person just spoke to me, I'm here. Same for them. I just messaged them, they're also here. But you have to make that step. You have to take that next step. So, yeah.
Yeah. For me, I think I wouldn't say it's different per se, but somewhat similar. I think what Noah really realized, Gutsiye, is sometimes making time can be very hard, vice versa. So that's why literally even those 5 minutes or those 2 minutes or whatever minutes you're able to give does make a difference. It does build that bond. Like, no effort goes to waste is what I'm trying to say, you know? Like, no effort goes to waste in any way. Might not be maybe as in depth at that moment in time, but just because you're here, it makes a big difference for me personally. I think we're all different as well.
Yeah.
Like, you like more in depth, like, give me your attention.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you're just here. You can just do your own thing. I can do my own thing. But just that you're here gives me peace.
Yeah.
Gives me even energy to do what I need to do.
I've actually been trying to learn that one. Like, it's so difficult for me to just be in a space with my friend where we're not the whole time yada 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 yada.
Yeah.
I am so bad at that. But yeah, it is very important just being with them. There.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Ooh. So,
Yeah.
now, okay, so I love the question that you mentioned about creating spaces on how we can really ask how are we doing rather than just like making it mundane and saying what's up. So now, if every man listening to this, what advice would you give them in regards to their friendships?
I think for me, and I don't want to preach or anything like this, but for me, the most important thing is center your life around God. That is the most important thing. Before anything else comes, center your life around God. And that's like, how can I put it? Your anchor point.
Yeah.
Like, because we're people, things are going to happen. Friends come, friends go. Those things happen. It's life. God is the one person that's always there. So it can be your anchor point that from that point, from God, you move. This is how you move. Like, how do I speak to my friend? How do I speak to this friend of mine? How can I talk to them? Like, God, this is my problem. Please help me here and here and here. And then you have a nice way of branching out. Like, okay, I got this from God. I read this scripture, and now I'm going to talk to him in this way. And because it's such a solid way of like building something and like starting from, I don't believe that there's a way that your effort being put in and it's coming from God, like there's no way that effort is just gonna be in vain. It's gonna mean something at the end of the day. So yeah, I think first and foremost, God. Secondly, you have to take that step. You have to make that effort. You can't just be like, oh, this guy is not talking to me, so meh, it's fine, let me just leave it. You have to. I had to do that myself because I was more so, I check up on my female friends because I'm like, oh yeah, I grew up with my cousins, all of them were ladies, so it's like, I know them more. It's easy for me to talk to them.
True.
With a guy, it's like, but he's a guy, he'll be fine. And I'd be like, oh, okay, no, that's not right, actually, that's not right.
They might need you.
And I had to like take that step. I have to be like, make more effort with that person. Like, yeah. But first and foremost, God. Second, make that effort. Don't just say, I will. It has to start with you. So, yeah.
I like that. It has to start with you. Beautiful.
I think I'm the one that doesn't start with like. I feel like I'm very like, I don't know. I'd sometimes feel okay. Let me go through this alone, and then when it gets to the point where it's too much for me to handle, I'm still like, I'm not gonna, go and talk to someone about it. But I like that, like, it really does start with you. You have to be the change that you want to see in other people.
As cheesy as it sounds, but yeah.
Yeah, as cheesy as it's in fact.
Okay, so we're gonna start diving into our game part of our episode.
Okay.
So with this game, it's also gonna be based on men's friendships, but the game is called Bro Code or No Code. So how it works is we're gonna give different scenarios, and then you're gonna decide if it's a bro code, which is that's what a good friend should do, or no code, that's not how a real friend should act. Okay. So scenario 1. Your friend disappears for 3 weeks and hasn't replied to any messages. Sorry. This just reminds me of a friend of ours, which is Jody. But yeah, bro code or no code.
Disappears for 3 weeks and they just disappeared. That's
Hasn't replied to any of your messages. So you've been reaching out.
So Jody.
I would say no code, but also to defend Jody that is not here, I would say as bad as she is at communicating, she does also try. When she is talking to you, she's fully talking to you. So yeah, but I would say that's no code. No code.
Okay.
I'm a clingy friendship. I can't help it.
I can tell. Okay, scenario 2. Your friend cancels plans 3 weekends in a row and is saying that they just tired.
That's so mean.
Bro code or no code? You've cancelled. We made 3 times plans.
I feel like I'm the wrong person to ask this one because I like being at home. I'm like, oh, you canceled? Yes, staying at home. But
this is the one that drags me out of my bed when I say I don't want to go.
Because you used to do that to me. Yeah. But in the context of the bigger picture, I would say it is no code because If you have a proper reason for it, yeah, sure. But if it's constantly, we have plans, you agree to these plans, and
Yes.
then you cancel,
Cancel,
and then
okay.
again and again. Yeah, no.
No, I get that. For me, if it was a thing of, oh, I'm just tired, they'd be like, okay, let's be tired together. I'm coming over. And they bring food, and then we just sleep.
That's nice.
That still works, though. That
Yeah.
still works.
Yeah, definitely.
Because the excuse tired is not strong enough for plans that we made.
Fair, but I still feel like that's bro code. At least she's warning you in advance, like she's cancelling the plans.
No, but
3
like,
weekends
let's
in
say
a
it's
row.
like tomorrow's the weekend.
Yeah,
and then
you
you
know-
cancel tonight.
Yes, no, that would
No.
make me very upset.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the next time, like the next week, again, then I want to invite you to something. I'm not
Then
going to invite
again,
you.
yeah.
I'm going to be like, she's tired. I'm already thinking for you, she's tired. 3 times. Oh,
Fair, remind me to not cancel plans with you, so cuzzy.
don't.
Okay, scenario 3. Your best friend starts drinking a lot more than usual after a breakup. Bro code or no code to joke about it instead of asking if he's okay.
Can I say like in the middle? But let me explain. I would say with guys we don't take things seriously. Like we don't take things seriously. But it's also a good thing because to break that ice, you start with jokes, you make them laugh. And then it gets to that point where it's like, okay, but what's really happening? So I would say it is no code, but at the same time kind of bro code also. So like kind of in the middle.
Okay,
No.
I won't lie, your reasoning is valid. Because in my head immediately I was like, no code.
Yeah, I was
I'm
like, also,
hurting.
like,
I'm drinking
how
my
dare you
heart
make
out.
a joke about
bruh. Yeah, but okay, makes
It's a good way
sense.
to reel them back in.
Fair. Scenario 4. A friend cries in front of the group. Bro code or no code to pretend like nothing has happened afterwards.
I think it's bro code. Because if you think of the scenario itself, this person cried there.
Yeah.
In that moment, us as the friends who are looking at them,
Yeah.
we're dealing with it there. We're dealing with them right there and then. We're talking to them, we're counseling them. And then from that moment on, we're moving on. We're not going to make it a thing where we're holding on to it. Because I believe that if you hold on to it like that,
Yeah.
it hurts more. So
or
we're
even
gonna,
baddest, yeah.
yeah, we're going to deal with it now. We're not going to shame you for crying in front of us. But also at the same time, we're not just going to leave it.
Yeah, okay.
We're going
now
to
I
talk to
hear
you in that moment.
In that moment,
Yeah,
okay.
but afterwards, then it's like, yeah, we move on.
Okay.
No.
All
I
right.
saw your face. It was like,
No, like,
what?
because I'm like, what? Bro code? To like not talk about it, like
Eventually,
share
it's
more,
probably
but-
going to come up.
But
later
I
on,
like
yeah.
the way you're saying it
Yeah.
because it was in you crying. You're most probably there going, "What's wrong?
Yeah.
Are you fine?"
And we're dealing
then
with it
hoping
immediately.
that you're talking about it, and then later on you don't bring it up again.
I'm gonna say I think it depends.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, you know, it can be someone that's like not usually a crier, especially, and then now you're making it a big deal by telling them, oh, what's wrong, when they just wanted to like brush past it. Like, you know, that's their way of like, oh, you're
Yeah.
respecting me, and like,
Yeah.
you know,
I hear what you mean, but
feel-
it also depends on the friend group and the people themselves. Like, other people are going to take it as, no, it's okay,
Why
but
you
you're...
disagree with me?
I'm not disagreeing, I'm just like
Exactly.
saying...
Like, we think the same thing.
sort of the same thing, but like, other people, it is going to be different. Like, someone is going to be there and they're going to be that person that's like, they don't want to talk about it. I'm not going to ignore that my friend is hurting, though. I'm still going to want to deal with it. So, yeah, no.
No,
Yeah.
makes sense. I guess.
Okay. Your friend tells you he's thinking about seeing a therapist. Bro code or no code to encourage him?
Bro code. Bro
Thanks,
code,
man.
definitely.
Same.
Same.
I'm not going to say that I have gone to a therapist. I have had people in my life who acted as therapists in my life. Who are like that, sort of that certain person that I would come to and like, because they have more experience, because they studied 1, 2, 3, it's easier for them to like tell me, no, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that. So yeah, definitely bro code. A professional
that.
always helps.
Yeah. All right. One of your boys loses his job and keeps acting like everything is fine. Bro code or no code to ask difficult questions even though he says he's okay.
Definitely, bro code. You have to ask those questions.
I agree.
Because on the one hand, you are caring about them, but on the other hand, we're not children. Like, we should have already. This is why I say it's very difficult for me to give you the title of friend, because for me, we worked on that. So we already have that basis of we can talk about this. We're not kids. So definitely, bro code. Bring it. We talk about it now. We're not going to act like it's nothing. So, yeah.
Oh, man. Thank you so much. I agree.
Okay. But I feel like if you lose this job like in 2 months, then like why would you want to talk about it?
Wait.
Like what if you like? I don't know. I feel like it also depends when he lost his job.
Yeah, but like if he just called you now and said he lost his job.
But I'm fine, boys. And
Of course you're not fine. Of course you're not fine.
I'd also be like, Kanjan, how?
Especially
When?
if it's like
You
a
got
job
another
that-
job
Yeah,
lined up?
yeah.
Is that
Then
the question?
it's another thing. Then it's another thing. But if
Okay,
it's not, this
fair.
person just calls you like, yeah, but I'm fine. Don't worry, we're going out today. Nah.
Yeah, we're going out to... Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that would raise flags.
Very, very much.
Okay, your friend is always there for everyone else, but never talks about himself. Bro code or no code to call him out on it.
Oh, bro code to call him out. Yeah, definitely. You have to call him out because that's the person that they give the best advice. They are the most loving, caring, all of that stuff. But they're also the most stubborn. They're usually the most stubborn person because when somebody brings that same energy towards them, they're like, no, oh, whatever. I'm
Not
fine."
about me, yeah. Just
Yeah. And because they
Yeah.
have been that person, like the therapist of the group, it's very easy for them to like build this story that no, don't worry, like so and so, yeah, and then you believe them because they always do that. They always do that for you. So you have to call them out.
Wow.
I feel like sometimes a friend doesn't get recognized as like being like I don't know, like I feel like sometimes it's so caught up in a friend group, or a lot of times this is no like judgment or calling out on someone, but I just mean like sometimes I think a lot of people are so focused on their own lives that I feel like sometimes you hardly notice the friend that's always there and that never talks about himself.
But then I would ask you this question:
Is
Is
that
that a
your
friend?
friend? Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts. Because like I remember there was a time even Nell called me out on mine and she was like, dude, you are pretending to be unemotionally unavailable. What's going on? Like, what is going on? I've been called out on it. So I know for a fact a friend will be the one to call you out. Well, thank you so much. We've had a great one, and it was so wonderful getting your insights and just learning more about showing up, brotherhood, and as well as friendship.
Yeah, I think I learned a lot more about men and their friendships and how mental health plays a huge impact on friendships. So thank you, Rico, for being our guest for this episode.
You're welcome. It was fun. First podcast and all that.
Okay, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And always remember,
Be the spring that gives life to your own soul.
Bye.
Bye.